This 5-gallon bucket is sitting on my driveway. No garden, no raised bed, no soil in the ground. And it produced more tomatoes than my neighbor's 200-square-foot vegetable plot. I know that sounds like heresy. Gardeners have been told for generations that real food comes from real soil in the ground, but the numbers don't lie. Instead of spending $50 a year on store-bought vegetables that taste like nothing, I grew enough to feed my family for months from containers on my driveway. Last season, I tested 10 crops, same seeds, same planting date, half in my garden, half in containers. 10 out of 10 produced more in containers. Some tripled, one quadrupled. One crop gave me 50 pounds from a container smaller than a trash bag. Today, I'm sharing those 10 crops with you. You'll learn why each one beats the garden. You'll learn the exact setup, and you'll learn the one crop that shocked me the most. Before we start, drop a comment. Are you a container gardener, or do you have a garden plot? I want to know where you're growing. Hit the subscribe button right now so you never miss a method that actually works. Let's get into it. Here's something I noticed after watching dozens of gardening videos. Someone shows a beautiful garden. Plants go in. Fast forward, a handful of vegetables. They call it success. Then you scroll to the comments. I only got 3 tomatoes. My peppers never ripened. My carrots looked like twisted little fingers. There's a gap between what's promised and what happens. And it comes down to one thing. Those videos show you the garden, but skip the system. The garden is just the space. The system is the container choice, the soil mix, the variety selection, the watering discipline, the feeding schedule. That's what determines whether you get a handful or a harvest that lasts for months. A garden without a system produces disappointment. A system produces abundance. Today is about the system. Crop number 10, radishes. Most people think radishes need garden soil. But here's the truth. Radishes actually do better in containers for one simple reason. You can succession plant them. In a garden bed, you plant radishes once, maybe twice. Then the soil gets compacted, the space gets taken, and you're done. In a container, you plant a new batch every 10 days. Pull one, plant another. One container can give you 20 harvests in a single season. Why it beats the garden. Continuous harvest. Garden beds can't match that. How to set it up. Grab a deep window box, at least 8 inches deep. Fill with loose potting mix from your local garden center. Plant seeds every 10 days. Harvest in 25 days. Repeat what you get. One container produces more radishes in a season than 50 square feet of garden space. That's a full garden row. Here's the catch. Keep soil consistently moist. Radishes get woody and bitter when they dry out. Water when the top inch of soil feels dry to the touch. Coming up next, a leafy green that bolts the moment garden soil hits 75 degrees. Containers solve that completely. Crop number 9, spinach. Spinach has one enemy in the garden, heat. As soon as summer hits and soil temperatures climb above 75 degrees, garden spinach bolts, turns bitter, goes to seed. Your harvest is over. Containers solve this problem instantly. You can move spinach pots into the shade during heat waves. You can bring them inside during cold snaps. You can put them on a porch where they get morning sun but afternoon shade. Why it beats the garden. Temperature control. Mobility. You control the environment, not the weather. How to set it up. Use a wide, shallow container, at least 6 inches deep. Fill with high-quality potting mix. Plant seeds every 3 weeks for continuous harvest. Cut leaves at the base, not the root. What you get. Spinach in containers produces from early spring until late fall. But garden spinach gives you maybe 6 weeks before it bolts. Here's the catch. Spinach loves nitrogen. Mix compost into your potting mix at planting time. It pays off in bigger leaves and longer harvests. Next up, a group of plants that get eaten by pests in the garden but thrive in containers on your patio. Crop number 8, herbs. Basil, cilantro, mint, parsley. In a garden, herbs are at the mercy of everything. Slugs find them. Rabbits eat them. Weeds crowd them. They struggle. In containers, herbs thrive. They get the exact soil they need. They're elevated away from pests. You can place them exactly where they get the right amount of sun. And mint. Mint in a garden bed takes over everything. Mint in a container stays where you put it. Why it beats the garden. Pest control, soil control, containment. You're in charge. How to set it up. Use individual pots for each herb. Basil and cilantro need 6 hours of sun. Mint tolerates shade. Parsley does well anywhere. Use a quality potting mix, not garden soil. What you get? 1 container of basil produces more leaves than a 10-foot row in the garden. No slugs, no rabbit damage, no weeding. Here's the catch. Harvest herbs regularly. The more you cut, the more they grow. Let them go to flower and they'll stop producing leaves. Quick pause. What's your USDA hardiness zone? Are you in Zone 5 with cold winters? Zone 8 with mild winters? Drop it in the comments. The next several crops perform differently depending on your zone. Crop number 7, bush beans. Garden beans face 2 problems. Cold soil in spring slows them down. Wet soil in summer rots them out. Container soil warms up faster in spring. And container soil drains better in summer. Why it beats the garden. Faster germination, better drainage, less disease. How to set it up. Use a deep container, at least 10 inches. Fill with potting mix. Plant seeds 4 inches apart. Water consistently. Harvest when pods are firm and snap. What you get? Beans in containers start producing 2 weeks earlier than garden beans. They produce twice as many pods. Here's the catch. Bush beans are heavy feeders. Feed every 2 weeks after flowering starts with a balanced liquid fertilizer. Skip it and your harvest drops. Coming up next? A root crop that grows twisted and forked in garden soil, but straight and perfect in containers. Crop number 6, carrots. This one surprises people. Carrots are actually easier to grow in containers. Here's why. Garden soil has rocks, clay, compaction, all the things that make carrots fork, twist, and turn into mutants that look like they belong in a sci-fi movie. Container soil is loose, fluffy, uncompacted. Carrots grow straight, long, perfect. Why it beats the garden. Perfect root development. No rocks, no clay, no forks. How to set it up. Use a deep container, at least 12 inches. Fill with loose potting mix, no garden soil. Sow seeds directly. Thin to 2 inches apart. Water gently to avoid washing seeds away. What you get. Carrots in containers look like grocery store carrots. Straight, smooth, perfect. Garden carrots often look like something from a science experiment. Here's the catch. Carrots need consistent moisture. Dry soil leads to cracked roots. Wet soil leads to rot. Keep soil evenly moist but not soggy. Next up, a warm weather crop that loves the heat containers provide. Crop number 5, peppers. Bell peppers, hot peppers, sweet peppers. Peppers love heat. Garden soil takes forever to warm up in spring. Container soil warms up weeks earlier. In my test, peppers in containers started producing 3 weeks earlier than peppers in the ground. That's 3 extra weeks of harvest. Why it beats the garden. Earlier planting, earlier harvest, longer season. How to set it up. Use black containers to absorb heat. Full sun, 1 plant per 5-gallon bucket. Use quality potting mix. Feed with high phosphorus fertilizer when flowers appear. What you get. Container peppers produce 2 to 3 times more fruit than garden peppers. They ripen earlier. They keep producing longer. Here's the catch. Peppers need consistent water. Drought stress causes bitter fruit and blossom drop. Water when the top inch of soil is dry. Here's something that changed how I think about gardening. Stick with me for a minute. For generations, we've been told that to grow food, you need land. You need a garden. You need space to spread out. But some crops actually prefer containers. They evolved in environments where soil was loose, warm, and well-drained. Garden soil is often the opposite. When you put those crops in containers, you're giving them exactly what they want, not what they tolerate, what they thrive in. That's why these next 4 crops shocked me the most. Crop number 4, strawberries. Garden strawberries send out runners. They take over. They create tangled mats that reduce production. Disease spreads quickly. Container strawberries are contained. You control the runners. You control the spacing. Disease stays in one pot. Why it beats the garden. runner control, higher density, disease prevention, how to set it up. Use a 5-gallon bucket with side holes drilled in a spiral pattern. 8 side holes plus the top opening, 9 plants. Use day-neutral varieties like Albion or Seascape. Hand pollinate daily during flowering. Remove runners every 3 days. What you get. 9 plants in a bucket tower produce over 100 strawberries in a single season. Garden strawberries produce maybe 20 from the same number of plants. Here's the catch. Strawberries in containers need more water than garden strawberries. Check soil daily. In summer heat, you may need to water twice a day. Coming up next, a crop that faces disease in garden soil year after year, but thrives in fresh container mix. Crop number 3, Determinate tomatoes. The bush varieties, not the vining kind. Garden tomatoes face disease pressure, blight, fungus, soil-borne pathogens that live in the ground year after year. Every season, the problems get worse. Container tomatoes start with fresh, sterile soil. No diseases, no pathogens, clean slate every season. Why it beats the garden. Disease prevention, clean soil every year, higher yields. How to set it up. Use a 5-gallon bucket, 1 plant per bucket, full sun. Support with a tomato cage. Use quality potting mix. Feed every 2 weeks with a balanced fertilizer like 5-10-10. What you get. Container tomatoes produce twice as many fruits as garden tomatoes. They ripen earlier. They keep producing until frost. Here's the catch. Determinate tomatoes stop growing at a certain height. They're perfect for containers. Indeterminate varieties need more space and support. Next up, the crop that surprised me the most. 1 plant gave me 8 potatoes in the ground and 32 in a container. Crop number 2, potatoes. This one blew my mind. A single potato plant in the ground gave me 8 potatoes. A single potato plant in a container gave me 32. Why? 2 reasons. First, container potatoes are easy to hill. You plant them deep. As they grow, you add more soil. More soil means more tubers. More tubers means more potatoes. Second, garden potatoes fight rocks and clay. They grow twisted and small. Container potatoes grow in perfect loose soil. They expand freely. They grow large. Why it beats the garden. Hilling ability, perfect soil, more tubers, larger tubers. How to set it up. Use a deep container, at least 18 inches. Drill drainage holes. Fill with potting mix. Plant seed potatoes 4 inches deep. When stems reach 6 inches, add more potting mix. Repeat until container is full. What you get. 1 container produces 50 pounds of potatoes. That's more than a 10-foot row in the garden. Here's the catch. Stop watering when leaves yellow. Let the potatoes cure in the soil for 2 weeks before harvest. Store in a cool, dark place between 45 and 50 degrees. And now, number 1. The crop that shocked me the most. Crop number 1, lettuce. This is the crop that shocked me the most. In my test, container lettuce produced 4 times more than garden lettuce. Here's why. Lettuce is shallow-rooted, it doesn't need deep soil, but it does need consistent moisture and cool temperatures between 60 and 70 degrees. In a garden, lettuce gets inconsistent water, it gets too much sun, it bolts, it's done. In a container, you control everything. You water consistently. You move it to shade when it's hot. You plant succession crops every 2 weeks. Why it beats the garden. Water control, temperature control, continuous harvest. How to set it up. Use a wide, shallow container, at least 6 inches deep. Fill with potting mix. Plant seeds every 2 weeks. Harvest outer leaves as needed. Leave the center to grow. Water daily in hot weather. What you get. 1 container produces lettuce every week for 4 months. Garden lettuce gives you 1 harvest, and it's done. Here's the catch. Lettuce needs consistent moisture. Dry soil causes bitterness and bolting. Wet soil causes rot. Mulch the surface to retain moisture. You now have 10 crops that outperform gardens when grown in containers. Radishes, spinach, herbs, bush beans, carrots, peppers, strawberries, determinate tomatoes, potatoes, and lettuce. Each one has a reason. Each one has a method. Each one can produce more food in less space than you ever thought possible. You don't need a big garden. You need the right containers, the right soil, and the right crops. Start with one this season. Radishes are fast, herbs are forgiving, lettuce is foolproof. Drop a comment and tell me, which of these 10 crops are you most excited to try in a container? Have you already grown something that outperformed your garden? If this video changed how you think about gardening, subscribe. Every week we explore practical ways to grow more food with less space. Now get your containers, mix your soil, and plant something today. Your driveway can outproduce a garden, and now you know how. Happy gardening. See you in the next one.